Hey, good morning. It's Dean here, and it's Tuesday, the 1st of May. And I just want to give you a really quick video. I think Bitcoin over the next 24 hours, something is about to happen in Bitcoin. And I just want to share with you why I think that and what's possible. So you can see here, this is the Bitcoin chart. This is on a 4-hourly spread. If we just go back to a day scenario, which is what we've been mainly looking at. Well, let's just spread that out a bit. So this is the chart over the last couple of weeks we've been looking at, and you can see here we've bounced over this resistance level. We're bouncing back off support, which is what we expected. And so what we haven't seen, but is a real breakout either way. We haven't really seen it bounce off the new support created, but we have been holding above it. So the fact that we've been holding above it over the last 2 days, that's good, but we really haven't broken away. So there's a lot of buying and selling going on around this point, and what we really want to see is a breakout either way. So if we sort of zoom in to what's happening every few hours, this is a 4-hourly chart. Okay, so this is the same period, but over a 4-hour period. Okay, let's just move these out of the way. All right, and you can see here that, so here's the trend line coming up from that bottom. We held pretty well above it. We broke through that resistance level that we spoke about. We come back sort of on and around it. We come back towards that 50% level, which is good, and then we got back above it and we've held above it. But we haven't really broken away. So you can see here we're sort of compressing into this sort of V shape, or what we call a pennant or a triangle formation. And what we're going to expect is that Bitcoin's either going to break out and bounce off, or it's going to come back below. Okay, and if we zoom right in even further, right into a 1-hourly chart, you can see that it just continues to build. So think of it it's like a spring being wound up. Okay, so we're winding this spring, and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and then eventually it's going to pop. Okay, now I don't know whether or not we're going to pop below or we're going to pop above. Okay, the market will determine that. So what could you expect? How could you trade this formation? Well, one, you'd need to make an estimate, a best guess estimate of which way you think the market's going to go. For me personally, I think it's going to go up. Why? One, we're staying above this particular trend line. Okay, so we're coming down and we're testing it. All right, so that's one reason. The second one is, we're holding above this major support and resistance line, which is currently acting as support. All right, and we've bounced off it a couple of times. We had a bounce here, we've had a bounce there. Okay, but what we haven't had is this sort of breakthrough at just below the 10,000 US mark. That's what's holding us down. A lot of people selling as we approach that $10,000 every time. So over the next sort of 24 to 48 hours, what you expect to see is two things. Obviously, we could go above and break out to the upside. Okay, we expect a breakout. I want to see us break above that $9,800 resistance level. Okay, get above that, come down, test the trend line again, and off we go. All right, that would be a very positive sign. If we don't, and we break to the downside, we need this support level to hold. If it holds, okay, I dare say we might end up in a sideways pattern for a little bit longer. We'll bounce between the support level and this trend line. This trend line will now act as resistance, and we'll bounce away out of it. Okay, until again the market decides which way it's going to go, and we look for another opportunity to enter. If it breaks below and then breaks below this resistance line or the current support, it could potentially break down all the way back down to $7,800 to our previous support area. So that's obviously not what we're after. So that's how you could trade something like this. You could go and look to purchase on the buy side. I'd be looking to buy for a break of, let's just zoom right into that. Here, this is how you could trade this particular one. So if we had in the short term over the last couple of hours, we have had. Can you see how that's the? This is only back on the 29th, so this is like 2 days ago. That was the last sort of area of resistance that we've had. We come up to this particular trend line. It's also what we call that resistance level. All right, so I'd be looking for a break to the upside, and I'd be buying in and above this. So once it's broken this one particular high, we should go all the way up to this particular high. So I'm looking to break above here, all right, and then I would have a stop loss order in below here. Okay, so you're risking somewhere between 9,600 down to 9,200. All right, so you're $400 risk. All right, for a bit of a growth, right up to and above, and you can particularly hold on to that going forward. That's how particularly I would trade that. If you're interested in learn how to, to sort of what does all this mean? How did you know how to draw all that together? Then that's what the trading course is all about. So I'll put together a Facebook group. It's 0.02 of a Bitcoin to come in, learn how to trade, learn all the skills that I've got. We exchange ideas, look at different charts, different coins, different altcoins, or you can simply become involved in our crypto hedge fund that we're going to sort of put together and just trade as a community in one go. If you don't have the time, knowledge, skill, or expertise to be able to trade, then we're going to look to do like that. So if that's interesting to you and you'd like to know how to sort of safeguard your Bitcoin or even make a little bit more Bitcoin, just simply through market movement, then comment below and I can send you some more information. But it's definitely going to be an interesting 24 hours in the Bitcoin market. I'll bring you an update on Wednesday. I'm about to head off to Melbourne today. So probably Wednesday night, Thursday, this will all have already played out. And I look forward to bringing you a bit of a video to see how it played out.